I am Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Playmates toys Godzilla vs. Kong, Giant Kong. Alright, my zillions, we got the Kong half of the Godzilla vs. Kong giant figures here. I'm really glad to do these. Got these both on Walmart.com in the past week. First two figures to be released here in the US were these two big ones, and I'm hoping the 6-inch ones follow suit very, very soon. They gotta be out there despite the movie being delayed. You can't hold Walmart shelves hostage for that long, so these were destined to come out now, and I'm glad they are. I'm really, really glad they are. Start the hype for the movie. They look very, very cool. I'm gonna say that right off the bat. I do think these are pretty cool toys. In general, I've liked what Playmates has done in the classic line and the figures we've seen before. Are they perfect? No. But are they cool? I think so. I mean, you could go back and check my reviews that I've done this year on those for the exact reasons. And, you know, there's been some controversy there, but you could look at those reviews and, you know, find out for yourself what I was talking about. Though, I do touch upon the subject in this review as well. So is this Kong toy cool? Let's find out. Articulation on Big Kong, very simple on these guys. Head does turn all the way around. After like an initial click, you can get it through. Swivel for the shoulders, swivel for the wrists, swivel at the hips, and then swivel at the feet. So not a ton of articulation on this Big Kong, but that's fine. Taking a look at Kong further. If you saw my unboxing live stream of these guys, I did note that there are two kind of variations of this guy from what I've seen. There's this more darker version here, which, you know, now that I have him completely under my lights, he's not as dark as I initially thought. You do see some really good color variation between the more glossy colors and the more like muted colors, which is fine. But I've seen a more brown version too on Instagram, so it's kind of interesting. I don't know for sure about that, but that's what it seems like to me, that there are two variants of this Kong out there, which, I don't know, it's very interesting. I won't be hunting for it, but something for you guys to look at if you're collecting. Now, that said, I don't mind that it's this dark. I think it looks really good overall. The sculpt is actually really, really nice on this. As you can see up and down, this has a pretty nice sculpt, and I'll zoom it in for you. Very, very cool. And don't mind my band-aids, I had a battle with a T-Rex. Hands are good. I do like where, you know, where they did the matte and then they did the glossy. That is really cool. Hands look great. Very, very nicely done. I like the muscles on the arms. That's nice and defined. I do like the chest. I think that is really cool. Again, you know, going back and forth here, it is very, very, very nice. And there is some lint on this guy because I did give him a wipe down, as I do most of my figures. But yeah, this is pretty good. Look at all that fur sculpted. It looks really good. I think the scars, it's just paint, but I think they're done well. I do. And then underneath that, even though this is like smooth, there is the texture of fur there. It's not as like prominent as it is here, but that's pretty cool. But I don't know about if it's supposed to be fur or maybe it's supposed to be like just like rippled muscle or something. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, I like that it's textured there. I think that works very, very well. You know, you see his ribs are picked out there, and then the belly button. The legs look really good, and then the feet look very, very nice. Again, you got the glossy to matte thing going on, so that really, really works for me. On the back, you got a bunch of screw holes, as, you know, happens. You get screw holes on a lot of these toys. It is what it is. And some seam lines, but I don't mind it, guys. I really, really don't. I think, most of all, it's just a cool looking toy in the front where it matters, so that's good. And the head sculpt is nice. I like it a lot. The teeth look pretty cool. You got a nice like look on his face there. I like that one tooth is in, one tooth is out. You see the rest of the teeth in there. I do have a little paint bleed right there from the tooth that's gonna be super easy to fix. But otherwise, really great sculpt. I do love the goatee on this Kong. I think this was a cool choice, design choice. I personally really dig it, and I like that evolution of this Kong. Again, really great facial features. The eyes are done very well. Nice on mine. The head, the top of the head looks awesome. The little ears look great. So, yeah, that is cool. One thing to talk about is how these guys feel with the materials they're made with. You got some hard plastic here, you know? And people are like poo-pooing this all around, all day. You know, with the other Playmates stuff before this, everybody is going nuts about that. These are toys for kids, you know? Like, let's not forget that. And a lot of toys for kids here are kind of made like this. And I don't mind it. It sets it apart from, you know, the Japanese stuff. Why shouldn't it? You know, like, why shouldn't it? I like this. I have no problem with the materials used here. I like this type of plastic. It's super sturdy. You know, like, it is just very good. You're gonna be able to knock it around. I have no problem with that whatsoever. And I think it just has a good feel to it. If that's what's putting you back, I can't help you, man. Like, that's silly, because this is a cool toy, and you know what? It's gonna be a cool collectible once this is out of print. So let's kick off size comparisons with these guys sizing with each other. About the same-ish height. Godzilla is just a hair taller than Kong, but Kong is much wider. Of course, Godzilla's got the long tail, so he's gonna be longer. But that's how they look together. I don't know if it's quite right. You know, as toys, it's fine, and you'll be able to play with them just fine because they're the same height. But I feel like there might be some offness here as far as what the movie actually looks like. Because I just feel like, man, Kong with those arms should have no problem with Godzilla. For some more size comparisons, here's Kong with a bunch of figures you might have in your collection. And finally, here is Kong with the previous big Kong from Playmates. And this was shocking to me because I thought for sure Playmates was gonna, because since they did this already, take this body and just give it a new head. Like, I mean, toy companies do that stuff all the time. But guess what? These are completely different sculpts. How about that, guys? I am impressed. That is a very awesome. And for, you know, everybody that, you know, was saying stuff about Playmates early on about, you know, them reusing the molds and stuff, doesn't seem like they're doing that with this subline. And my final thoughts, I like this Kong figure. I think it turned out pretty well. The color is interesting. It's kind of like this really dark warm gray to black. It's the best way I could describe it, but it works. It really does work. Again, like I said in the review, there's definitely like a variation in some of the colors that I've seen out there. So it'll be interesting to see if anybody gets a lighter version and how they feel. But I like this darker version. I think it's cool. The facial expression is great. I think the overall sculpt is really, really nice. So it's done pretty well here. I like the, you know, the matte to glossy feel of the plastic. Really cool all around, in my opinion. It doesn't have a lot of articulation, but I figure like this, I don't know if it needs to, so I'm good with it. I'm good with the plastic quality. I'm good with all of it. So there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below. And please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.